Oh, hi. I didn't see it. Welcome to Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. A tactical shooter.
Both on your right. My lord.
A gritty, realistic, where every decision matters, like a game of chess.
I hope you guys know I'm not even considering droning, and I'm taking the diffuser with me.
Bro, come on.
My ace! My ace!
Just play the intro, man. I don't even know.
Damn! Oh, I did not deserve that kill. Oh! How's that? Oh.
Let me start with my qualification. Let me explain this eldritch horror of a game to you. At the time of writing this, I am Copper 1. Okay, it's the next season now. I'm Bronze 4 and Hard Stuck. By the time this comes out, I'll max be Gold 3. I started playing in 2020 after binging all of Russian Badger's catalog before taking on an extended break due to another horrible addiction. But I'm back now, and my god, what happened to you?
Sir, security camera.
Rainbow Six is a shooter where you play as elite operatives, including Solid Snake. So there are two sides, attackers and defenders. The attackers attacking something, and the defenders defending that thing. A hostage who exists to die, a biohazard container, whatever that means, or two bombs. If you hate yourself and decide to boot up ranked, it's just bomb. Everyone picks a character who has access to different guns, as well as different speeds, health, and unique gadgets. When the round starts, there are 45 seconds where the defenders set up defenses to slow down the attackers, and the attackers get drones to scope out which characters the enemy team is using and where their sight is. Except in Quick Match, where they just tell you for some reason. Realistically, everyone's just doom scrolling though. Then, you have the action phase, where the attackers attack, and oftentimes, things explode. The round ends when the time runs out, objective is completed, or the most common outcome, everyone dies. Alright, everyone caught up? Cool. So given my qualifications as a Heartstuck Bronze, chat, I made it to Silver. I'll update if I ever get to Gold. So given my qualifications as a Heartstuck Silver, I recommend you take literally everything I am about to say with a grain of salt. Okay? Okay, all of that I just went over sounds nice and good. Peachy. I may have neglected to mention one detail that kind of makes the game what it is. It only takes one bullet. In most shooters, the time to kill looks like this. One-shot kills are reserved for special weapons, or shotguns, I guess. But in Siege, technically the time to kill is 0. If your head gets clicked on, you're just dead. And that means that everything you do is a risk. It means you need to think about everything. How much sound you make, if that angle is clear, if that wall next to you is bulletproof. If you could tank a bunch of shots, then you could just swing every angle. Gunfights wouldn't be as terrifying as they are, and you wouldn't need to use your brain. Simply having one-shot headshots makes the game so much more complicated. The relatively simple gunplay, the fast time to kill, already make the game more tactical. But when you add in the gadgets, the game peaks. Every gadget has a different role to play, except Sam's. For example, I made 0 on attack. That's Sam Fisher, by the way. His gadget is a camera that you shoot into surfaces, and it can penetrate through them. He gives you the most powerful thing in Siege, with the sole exception of the AK-12, of course. Information. Sure, the goal in Siege is to kill the enemy gamers, but without ample information, that job becomes extremely difficult. For example, let's say your team picks Thermite. He can...
A really big hole coming right up!
The thing is, if you didn't find sight or all your drones got shot, you didn't notice they brought Bandit or Cade, who electrified the walls to stop you from... Now, Zero doesn't help with this specific example, but if you didn't find all their operators, or you want to find out where they put their traps, or you want to know where someone is so you can dome them, his gadget gives you that information that informs your next action. Now, granted, there are characters that just do that but better, but, you know, I like his guns, so... Conversely, on defense, I main Vigil, because he has aura.
I'm in everyone's blind spot.
Also, his guns are good. But also, he takes away information from the enemy team. He can go invisible to cameras and drones. He's actually the easiest operator in the game to identify because there's this big effect in the drone screen when he's obscuring himself. However, it lets you know he's in the area, but not necessarily where you are specifically, so you can still catch people off guard. But I mainly use him because he hard counters Lion, Deimos, and Diana. And there's that like interplay between the gadgets again. Vigil hard counters those operators, but those operators also hard counter other operators on defense. And so there's this interplay of mechanics that is really engaging. There are also operators who have a more direct approach to combat. Siege is at its peak when all operators' guns, gadgets, and unique roles work well together in order to penetrate the enemy defense or to push the enemies out of your objective. In theory. In-game theory! The problem is, most people that play this game, at least at my level, are brain dead. Look, I'm not good at this game. I can admit that. My aim is bipolar. My game sense is average. And my IQ is descending with every passing day. But my god, man. Ranked does something to your psyche. I play ranked with one other guy, right? And I swear, the people we queue with might have never picked up a controller. You know what? I'm just gonna throw up some clips. I'm tired of this. In case you couldn't tell, we're out of the analysis part of this video. I'm just mad. Okay, look, I'm gonna make my ranked complaints brief, alright? Ranked 2.0 is the dumbest system I've ever heard of. They made your rank a number that goes up, which doesn't change who you match with. You have a hidden skill rating that determines your matchmaking. So when I was a silver, I was still queuing with bronze because the game apparently thinks I'm still bronze skill. What does that mean? Your rank means nothing. It also means that some people gain more ranked points based off an imaginary number you can't check.
But why?
Seriously, that friend I mentioned got 90 in a game of Copper. I got 60. We don't know why.
Can you confirm that you were gaining exponentially more ranked points than me?
Yes.
Well, thank you, Mr. Evidence. I will depict you as a soy Wojak.
It's stupid. No one knows how it works. They're making a revamp just to turn it back to how it used to be. The problem with ranked isn't the individual games themselves. The problem is when you play nothing but ranked for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you keep winning one and losing one, and winning one and losing one, and you just stay in the exact same rank. At least send me down, man. Just staring at this silver 4 screen for 3 weeks straight might be the worst torment you could ever inflict on a person, except for watching solo leveling. Alright, I got ranked out of my system. Ranked obviously amplifies the rage, but losing in Siege has a unique flavor of pain that is difficult to find anywhere else. See, in For Honor, if you don't know what that is, go check out my last video, I'll put a card on the top. When you're losing, you have to sit there and just take the punishment until you get executed. And that, of course, makes your blood boil. But if you recall earlier, I mentioned the one bullet thing. Yeah, in Siege, if the enemy team is better than you, you just don't get to play the game. If they just have better aim, they just click on your head and now you're spectating for the rest of the round. And the worst part is, you can't do anything about it. So at least in my experience, it's kind of a silent, seething rage. You really can't complain. They just outplayed you. And there's nothing more infuriating than when the enemy team is just actually better than you. You can't claim that they're playing like cowards or exploiting like in fighting games. You can't really complain about them using overpowered characters because everyone dies in one shot. So you can't really do anything but sit there and maybe get a lucky headshot. Sure, I love how the fast time to kill makes the game more exciting, but it also means that when you're losing, you are losing. And since ranked games last like 40 minutes, oftentimes you have to sit through like character ban, character selection, prep phase, and then you die in like 10 seconds. That's just not fun. Now, obviously, this is just a skill issue. But the thing is, regardless of your rank or skill level, there's always someone better than you that will ruin your day. Because this game is so immensely punishing, your teammates will take it out on you. And that's not even mentioning the discrimination that you will receive, given that this game is played exclusively by teenage boys, children, and man-children. You will be called a slur. It doesn't matter who you are. Conversely, if you clutch around on last man standing and against all odds you win the round for your squad, there's no feeling as euphoric. So really, when you boot up a game, it's like 70-30 that you want to end it all or feel like a god. So really, the question is for you. Do you think it's worth it to occasionally feel pretty good about being good at a video game in exchange for selling your soul to Ubisoft and feeling nothing but extreme misery the other 70% of the time? Now, in my opinion, it is not worth it. Honestly, the game is free, and I still think it's too expensive. Nothing will be worth the toll it takes on your mental state. And yet, I keep playing, despite the overpriced skins, limited time items that you still can't buy individually, the terrible updates, Dual Front is a game mode. I keep playing the game. And if you watch my For Honor video, you might know why, because it's the exact same reason. It's funny. When a game is so immensely depressing, oftentimes you just gotta sit there and laugh when some stupid shit happens. I'm not gonna lie, I still don't think you should play this game. Unless you get some friends to install it too, and just stay in quick match, because that's when the game is still actually fun. If they weren't so dedicated to killing quick match, you know what, that's not what this video is about. And they might be sitting there and asking what the point of this video was. Well, don't install this game, unless you're willing to lose like 300 hours of your life. And if you have installed it, delete it. I just need to complain. Alright, bye. Hi, the video is over. You can leave if you want. I just wanted to say thank you for all the support in the last video. I really did not think it was going to get almost 100,000 views. I kind of figured I'd cap out at like 10K, maybe. This video is probably going to do about that well, honestly, just because that's how YouTube works. But yeah, thanks. I'm sorry this took so long. I'm really lazy, so yeah, the next one should be quicker, I think. Probably going to do like Minecraft, because it'd be nice to be positive about something for once ever. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe back.